Hi, I'm Rachel.
And I'm Tammy.
And we're the co-creators of Rise Gatherings, retreat experiences for women. And this is Rise TV. Today we are elated to have Margot Schulman here with us. She is a love activist, teacher, author, and relationship coach. And also, we're lucky enough to call her a facilitator at our Rise Gathering annual Weekend Getaway, where in 2020 she'll be making her second appearance.
Yay! We're thrilled.
Today, Margot is going to talk to us about 3 mindset shifts for relationships. So Margot, please enlighten us all.
And we all happen to be in relationships as
no
human
matter
beings.
what, not just romantic relationships.
Exactly.
That's what I assume we're talking about.
Right. We're actually talking about all relationships. And the first big one that I love to share with people is the idea that whichever relationship you're talking about, you're on the same team with the other person. Whether it's your romantic partner, whether it's your child and they're throwing a temper tantrum, whatever it is, whatever the most challenging relationship is in your life, you're on the same team if you love each other, right? Because the goal is the same. The goal is to love each other, to be loved, to feel good together. The problem is the thing that you're working against, that you're never working against the other person, no matter what the relationship is.
It makes me think of us.
Yeah.
In addition to, you mentioned family, your loved ones, we're business partners. We spend a lot of time together. We grapple with decision making. One of the strengths of our relationship is actually we can disagree and share what we're thinking, and we go at it a bit. And the reason why is I feel that we are what you just said, we're on the same team.
Yeah, we're working for the same cause,
vision,
the same love,
cause.
the same mission.
Yeah.
And I love what she just framed, which is actually the issue is the problem at hand, not either one of us.
Right.
Or not either one of anyone else that you're in a relationship.
Right. Even if
That's
it's
huge.
Even if it's
So
misunderstanding.
huge and not needing to be right.
Right, it's the misunderstanding,
Right.
not the person or either person.
Right.
Okay.
Woo! That's it, we're done.
Number 2.
That's just one, we only needed one.
No, I need more. You're not my only relationship.
Right. So number 2 can feel a little counterintuitive with what we just said, but to remember that the other person, they have their whole own team going on inside them. If it was you and me, for instance, right? I've got my inner child, I've got my heart, I've got my intuition, I've got my history.
All your
past relationships,
all your past experiences,
right? Past lives, if you believe in that, like there's a whole team,
ancestry,
right? And so when you're in a dynamic, when you're in an argument or something with someone, to remember in that moment, was it their inner child who's feeling scared, him or herself? Was it their inner protector part? To come back to that, and I think that really helps people to come back to compassion and love in a moment of discord.
It's a nice way to check yourself, how you're relating to that person, how you're coming to that person in that moment.
Right. And most of the time, if someone is lashing out or something like that, it's coming from a place of their own fear. And so to come back to compassion for them. Doesn't mean you have to take it, right? But to just give yourself a moment to not react, to not take it personally, and to remember compassion.
Compassion's a word that I've been thinking about a lot, because we actually, when we lead workshops, use that word. And compassion, sometimes people associate with almost like a feeling sorry for, or just understanding. And a definition that I heard recently was that compassion is being with suffering, being and seeing someone suffering or your own without turning away.
Yeah, I love that. And that's something I talk about a lot in the book, that the first step in any relationship is to be present. And when I say any relationship, I mean your relationship with yourself, with all of the parts inside yourself, and then with the other person that you're in relationship with. Just like you just said, it doesn't mean you have to like it. It doesn't mean you have to love it. To just kind of sit and let it be and say, it's okay that you're here right now.
And I'm here with you.
Right, and I'm here too. So number 3 is maybe my favorite, It's that to really switch your mindset around what is the purpose of close relationships. And to me, the purpose of close relationships is to grow and learn and become the most you can be, because that's why we're all here in life in general. But so many of us, I think, whether it's because of Hollywood or religion, you know, we have this notion that once you get the romantic relationship, the hard work's over, and then it's just like, oh, it's supposed to be like happy and lovey all the time, so that when problems do arise, it can be very surprising and scary and horrifying, and people get separated because they think, oh, it's not the way it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be easy. But if from the beginning you go into it knowing it's going to be hard, it's going to challenge me, and I need that. Not just that it's something to kind of get through, but to try to embrace the challenges, because that's what makes us grow. That's what makes us learn. If we didn't have the challenges and the arguments, we wouldn't grow.
And
Just
yeah,
pause on that. If I tweet it,
I need the challenge.
I have a 22-year strong marriage, and I want to keep growing as a person, and I want our marriage to keep growing.
Yeah.
And in order to do so, some of that, I'm going like this, like whatever, friction is what pushes us both to grow.
Into your higher selves, which is what you want, right?
Beautiful.
And I feel like your next selves. The reality is, if we're going to have long-term relationships, we're going to go through a lot of change, which is challenging, and that we can only stay together if we move through that challenge together.
Right. Right. And again, if you go into it knowing that that's what's going to happen, it's still hard. Of course, it's going to still be hard, but it's less scary. A big part of what's so hard when challenges come up in relationships is there's a story we attach to it, which is this over? Does it mean it's over?
Or we beat ourselves up.
Right.
I'm not this.
Right.
They're not this.
Right. All
We
the stories.
editorialize it.
Totally.
Interesting. Well, this has been really informative. Can we learn more in this gorgeous book?
I talk a lot about that and all of this good stuff in the book.
Great. And people can come learn with you at Rise Gatherings Weekend Getaway in your workshop, Turn Up Your Turn On, or they can come to your movement class, Shake Your Soul. And where else can people find you?
You can find me at mindfulbadasscoaching.com, and there's links there to buy the book. There's links to my online course, personal coaching with me one-on-one, and all sorts of freebies that I love to share with people.
This is what I'll be doing tonight, just so you know.
Yay!
I have a feeling she will.
I'm serious.
I know.
Thank you, Margot.
Thank you so much
Thank
for
you,
being
thank
here
you.
with us and sharing.
Thank you.
We'll see you for another episode of Rise TV.